We found ourselves trapped in that overpriced restaurant, the kind of place where every detail feels manufactured, white tablecloths so pristine they might as well be sterile, and forced smiles plastered on faces like masks. Her friends laughed too loudly, their wine glasses perpetually brimming. As if the clinking sound was a signal to drown out the tension I carried in my chest. I sat at the edge of the booth, boxed in and isolated, a stranger at my own table. Then, without warning, she said it. He's good with kids, but he's not a real man. I didn't flinch, didn't blink. I simply sipped my water, letting the acid of her words burn slow and deep inside me. She laughed, the kind of laugh people use when they think they're joking but mean every single syllable. Her friends chuckled along, oblivious to the weight behind those words. I memorized each face, the smirks, the amused eyes, and said nothing, no argument. I paid the bill and walked away, leaving their laughter hanging behind me like smoke. Outside, the matte black Escalade pulled up, the engine rumbling low. When she saw who was behind the wheel, her laughter cracked. My sister, Marine Recon. Inked in black, the kind of woman who commands respect without raising her voice, gave me a sharp nod. I slid into the passenger seat, and just before the tinted window swallowed me whole, I caught the flicker of my wife's vanished smile. There was a time when she loved me, loved my calm steadiness, the way I soothed our son's night terrors with patience, the meals I cooked while she worked late, the crib I built with bare hands and no instructions but love. But that love twisted into contempt the moment I stopped feeding her ego. When I took parental leave, she scoffed, telling her friends I was nesting. When I chose to attend our son's piano recital instead of poker night, she smirked as if I'd surrender my manhood. She wanted a husband who barked orders, who talked over waiters and slammed doors. A man like her father. I wasn't him. Thank God. Still, I love her too much, for far too long. The first crack wasn't in her words. It was in a message, a notification she never meant for me to see. A group chat text. He cries at Pixar movies. Literally married a glorified babysitter. I sat with that message for 2 weeks, silent. Didn't confront her. Just watched. I watched how she talked over me when I shared ideas. Watched her flirt with the barista, the realtor, even our son's pediatrician. Always just shy of crossing the line. Watched her roll her eyes when I hugged our boy too long. Slowly, I began planning my escape, disappearing while standing still. I pulled back an inch at a time. No fights, no tears, just silence. She didn't notice. Narcissists rarely do, not until the silence grows so loud it becomes unbearable. I secured my accounts, got a second phone, started recording everything. The insults, the undermining comments. Every time she called me too soft in front of our son, I met with a lawyer, a quiet woman with shark eyes and zero tolerance for bullies. Together, we built a case, airtight. Screenshots, bank statements, therapist notes on her emotional instability. Then came the nanny cam, hidden in the nursery, not for our son, but for her. 1 month in, the footage showed everything. Her coworker, late at night, drunk, shirt hanging open halfway. She tucked our son in with lipstick stains on her collar. I didn't confront her. Instead, I started meal prepping for 2 again, smiling more, holding her hand the way you do before an execution. She thought I had moved on. The truth was, I hadn't, not in the way she hoped. The dinner with her friends was my final test. I knew she'd say something cruel. She always did, in front of her audience of hyenas. But I needed them to hear it too, to witness her true colors. When she said, "He's not a real man," I simply stood, paid the bill, and left her with the silence she earned. Then came the escalade. Everything began to unravel. She came home to an empty closet. I took my clothes, my journals, our son's keepsakes, left her the furniture, the empty shell of a home. She called 20 times. I answered on the 21st. "Where are you?" "Somewhere peaceful." "You took him." "He asked to come with me." She screamed, cursed, threatened court. I told her to check her email. Inside was a custody petition, the footage, the text, a character witness list, a psychological profile compiled by mutual therapists, and one final attachment. Her boss's resignation letter. After I sent a compilation of their late-night rendezvous with dates, times, and locations, she cracked in court, tried to cry manipulation, accused me of emotional distance. But the judge saw the footage, heard the audio, read her text aloud with that cold, deadpan courtroom voice. When he ruled in my favor, full custody, the house awarded to me, alimony denied, she didn't speak. Just sat there, mascara streaked, breathing through clenched teeth. The payoff came slowly. I didn't gloat. I moved back in, repainted the walls, built my son a better bookshelf. She drifted from her sister's place to a one-bedroom she couldn't afford without a promotion I heard she lost. She's quieter now, smaller. I'm louder in the ways that matter. My son sleeps peacefully, eats better, smiles more. Sometimes, walking to the park, he hugs me out of nowhere. I wonder how many men would trade their pride for this kind of peace. Because I didn't raise my voice. Didn't need to. I just listened, watched, and waited. And when the time came, I let her speak first. The world heard her. Then I made sure it listened to me. Silence isn't weakness. It's the space where strategy breathes.